What's up, guys? This is Marcia here with the Gym Rescue Podcast, and today we're going to be talking about the ins and outs to coaching group fitness. So what's really cool is that I'm here at the studio right now at LadyStrong Fitness, and we're going to take you through our entire process. This is a process we've been using since day one, and it's stream flow. It works really, really well. I actually got my girl, Briana, who's one of our coaches here at the studio, and we're going to take you throughout that entire process of what it looks like from start to finish. So this is our lobby area. We're going to make our way inside.
Running a gym isn't that convincing. It's a science from the entrance of the gym lobby area to overall customer interaction and experience. No other woman knows more about gym science other than Marciea Allen. Over the last decade, Marciea has helped coaches worldwide using her years of experience and no-nonsense approach. Marciea will turn their gym pits into moneymakers. Welcome to the Gym Rescue Podcast.
So this is my girl, Coach B here. How long have you been here at LadyStrong Fitness?
I was a member for 5 months, and I've been a coach since May.
That's awesome. So she has a huge experience in the fitness industry. How long have you been coaching for total? Group coaching?
3 years.
3 years. That's awesome.
Yes,
so
3 years.
just to give you guys a little bit of background on Briana, like she said, she was a member prior to becoming a coach, so she knows what it's like to be on both ends of the spectrum. So essentially what we're going to do is take you through Briana's entire shift. What is typically the first thing that you do when you come into the studio? I should actually ask, how long do you arrive before the class begins? Like if a class is at 5 o'clock, when do you typically arrive?
Arrive 15 to 20 minutes beforehand.
Cool. Because
there's always ladies that come early.
Yeah.
So you always want to be here, prepared, set up. So the first thing I do when I walk in, right into the back, I put on the speakers. I put music on right away because it's all about presentation.
For sure, yeah.
I also put on the TVs going around the room.
So you can see, yeah, we got about 6 TV screens, 3 on each side. The way the gym is laid out is that the outside screens actually showcases our workouts, and then the 2 middle screens has what we have here is our heart rate monitors. So
yes.
cool.
Yep. So that's the first thing I do, and then I choose my playlist. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. So I choose my playlist. I get my mic ready.
Yeah. Where's the playlist and what is the playlist? So
okay. So if you want to come over here,
let's make our way here.
We have our little iPad here, and
so this is where all of our music is on, right? So what do we typically use? What apps do we use for our music? What is your favorite app? We have a couple to choose from.
Okay, so my favorite app is Fit Radio, and we have actually favorites from all the coaches.
Yes.
So I don't choose the same one because always ladies that come to the same classes, so you don't want to repeat the playlist.
Yeah.
So, whatever I'm feeling. Sometimes I turn it on, I'm like, if I don't like it from the start, I change it up. I change it up. We also use Rock My Run. Way I like this one because you could choose your beats per minute.
I like that too. Yeah, that's really cool. So if you want to have the beats a little bit higher, you can make the beats go, a little bit higher. And then we also have one more app to choose from, which is
we have Spotify. So I like Spotify. So we usually use this for the cool down and stretching at the end because then we put yoga music on, nice and cool down music. And the other apps don't have that, really.
For sure.
So that's why I like Spotify.
So again, take some notes, guys. There's 3 apps that we would recommend to you guys: Rock My Run, Spotify, and what's the last one?
Fit Run.
Fit Run, yes. All right, cool. So next, now that you've chosen your playlist, what do you typically do before class?
Get my mic ready.
Yes.
So you never want your mic to die out while class is running because you just want it smooth throughout from beginning to end. So we always have batteries here, always charged up. Okay, so I always just 2 AA batteries.
I'm gonna go grab that mic.
Perfect. We always keep the mic in the same spot because whenever you come in, whichever coaches, you always want to know exactly where the equipment is.
Cool. So this is what the mic looks like. It's actually wireless, which is really cool. So it has a belt pack, a little fanny pack there that has like the little device that you hold it in. And there's the batteries there that you change it in. We typically, when we demo the exercises, we do not use a mic, right? Right. We don't want to be too dominant and have a predominant voice. Right. So we typically start the mic when the workout and warm up begins, right?
Yes,
cool.
Exactly.
All right, cool. Exactly. All right, next step. What do we do?
Next step, I check out the roster.
Yes.
So I go in the front. I check out if there's any green stars. So here at LadyStrong, it's just
what's
new
a green
members.
star? Yeah.
A green star is a new member. It's their first time coming in. Yep. So I like to know who's coming in, know their name. So I want to know everybody's name.
Yeah.
Sometimes they like sneak in, and even if whenever I start the class and I don't recognize somebody, I literally go up to them and I ask them, "What's your name? Is it your first class?" Or maybe it's their third class, but it's their first time with me. So I want them to know who I am and who they are.
Yeah, guys, I hope you're taking notes. Listen, if you don't know somebody's name, again, do not be afraid to ask, right? And again, like we said, we use our CRM system, which is MindBody. We'll make sure that my homeboy Carlos pops up that MindBody app, just in case you guys don't know what CRM to use. Again, she's checking the roster in advance prior to class beginning, so that way she can get a glimpse as to how many people are actually participating in class. We do have a cap in class. What's our cap? 20 people in the class, okay? Yep. So it's still semi-private, right? Which gives them a very intimate setting. So it's really cool. After Brianna has then checked the class, she knows who's the new people are in class, or maybe she don't know. What do you do next, B?
I also, just to add in there, I want to know how many people are in the class too, because of stations. So I like to know ahead of time how many people are going to be in the station.
That's a good call.
Because then at the beginning of the class too, I put them in their station so they know exactly where they're supposed to start.
For sure.
Yeah, so
cool.
they're just adding that in there.
That's awesome. So each workout is different because there's times where we have stations and then there's other times they're just in one spot, right? So let's talk about that, because now that you got the roster figured out, what do you typically do next?
So, say the ladies are coming in, okay? I don't want to just be up at the front. I like to greet them, but I also want to talk to them in here.
For sure.
You know, the ladies, I don't want it to be awkward, so you just want to like break the ice.
Break the ice.
Yeah, so I just be in the front and the back, always greeting, always smiling. That's probably the biggest thing, because you're like, it starts with you.
It does.
You know, you want to bring the energy. You want to be like, oh, I want to follow her in the studio.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
So guys, if you have not checked out my Gym Rescue Toolkit, that's one of the things that Brianna mentioned, how to build trust with your members, and that's getting to know them. So that being said, let's go ahead and kind of fast forward here. Let's actually take them through what our actual Todd board looks like, and kind of tell them a little bit about it, B.
All right, so we have this little mouse here, and we always turn it off and on. I'm trying to save batteries. So we always use this TV because the monitor is actually behind this door here. So you just want to click, if you see that, I don't know if you can see it by there, little mouse. We choose begin workout, okay, and it goes 3, 2, 1, and there it goes. So now we start with our warm-up, okay? We have the same warm-up from Monday through Saturday, and every Monday it switches up. So I would start with this, letting the ladies know, for example, for this week it's 3 rounds. It goes 30, 20, 10 with six different exercises. So I would always start with the warm-up first, okay? After I'm done with the warm-up, I ask them if there's any questions. If none, I go right into the good stuff, the workout.
One of the things that Coach Brianna said is that we have the same warm-up for the entire week. And the reason why that is, guys, I want to give you the analogy that if you're trying to gain strength and maybe perhaps your upper body with doing push-ups or pull-ups, it's going to take you more than one time to actually increase on that strength, right? And the same rules apply to the warm-up, because there's a lot of different exercises that we do to improve your overall mobility and flexibility. Right. Go ahead, B, my bad.
All right, so let's move on. No, you're good. Let's move on to the workout, okay? So the biggest thing we always want to tell the members when they come in is what they are to expect. So we have 3 pillars, D1, D2, and D3. I am wearing D3.
D3,
dominate.
Cardio, yeah.
Yes, cardio. So you always want to tell them what they got going on today. So today, for example, it would be dominate and design, which is cardio and strength.
Yep.
Yes. So I would say both are the favorite combos. And then you would go through the structure. Explain the structure first, and then I would demo. Okay, I would let them know what they need, if there's going to be stations or not, and yeah, just go through that, and then tell them how many rounds for sure, because they always want to know. It's like a
mental thing.
Yeah, mental game sometimes. So yeah, and then after that, say we're done with the workouts. Okay, we actually have cool down stretches all together.
And the cool down is just important as the warm up and the workout.
Yes, I always say it's probably the most important part. And at this point, I would go change the music right away, put the timer back on the clock so they know the time too, and I would put nice cooling music. I always go to the yoga fields.
Me too. Yeah, that's my favorite too. So what's really cool, guys, is that I like the word that she uses, structure. Every workout has a purpose, right? We don't just prescribe workouts to make them hard. They're designed for a purpose, which is like strength and cardio endurance and core, right? So be mindful of that. It's not about how hard you create the workouts, it's the purpose behind it and the structure, which is really cool. Cool. So now we have gotten to the point, Coach B, that we're now doing the cool down. What do you typically do next during that cool down?
So during the cool down, when I change the music, if the ladies have to tidy up and clean up, we have sanitation wipes.
Yes.
Off the garbage can,
right,
which is
back
very
there.
important.
Yes.
Okay, and I think the ladies appreciate that too, because they know we're known for our cleanliness.
Yes. And if you could, Carlos, kind of give a little glimpse of like what the studio is like. If you notice, this studio is spotless. We have so many surveys that we typically do throughout the quarter, and the most common survey feedback that we get is how clean the studio is.
So when they do grab the sanitation wipes while they're cleaning up or tidying up their studio, because there may be a class 10 minutes right after, so we have to get the studio ready. So I have the ladies help me, so I'm not doing it by myself, which runs really smoothly.
Yeah.
And then after that, I say everybody get in a big circle. We're gonna start. I list off from the top all the way down to the bottom what stretches we're gonna do all together. We hold for about maybe 30 to 40 seconds, and then and during that time too, I say the announcements, events, what are going on at the studio, so everybody knows what to expect. For example, this week we are at 3D Fit Test.
Yes.
So all the coaches I know are saying it every single class because we need to get those in. The ladies don't want to miss it.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's a commonality amongst people that are in the group fitness industry. When you have an important announcement and you feel as though that maybe somehow you're dropping the ball and members are missing out on that announcement, it's because you as a leader are not being able to embed that in them enough. It's like subliminal messaging, right? And the way we do the subliminal messaging here is during the cool down, which means every time we do our cool downs, we're always doing the announcements. What's really cool is that there's two ways that our coaches have access to the announcements. The first one is we have them written on our mirror, which is located in the studio, so not only does the coaches get to see, but also our members, and then we also have some notes in the back that the coaches can access in the team room, and they can read prior to the workout actually beginning. So thanks for mentioning that, Coach B.
Yeah, of course.
So now that you have successfully completed the cool down, you have successfully completed all the announcements, what do you do next?
I give the invite to the members that they can stay as much as they need to stretch, because we do have foam rollers, we do have Normatec recovery rooms too, so I like to always add in there extra resources they can use. Yeah. So after that, I always congratulate them. Thank you. Sometimes I always say, give yourself a round of applause for completing the workout today, because sometimes it's really tough and they don't realize what they just did.
Right.
So
that's awesome.
That's a big thing I like to do.
I'm glad that you brought that up, because if there is a green star in class, the last thing you want to do is feel that you're just kind of left alone. So a good way is acknowledging them in the group after the workout is done is, hey, give Jane Doe a round of applause, and the ladies are cheering for her, and it makes her feel like warm and fuzzy, right?
Yeah,
Which is really cool. So cool. So at this point, class is done. Ladies are now dismissing themselves from class. Let's just say that there isn't another class about 15 minutes next. Let's just say this is like the last class till the evening. What do you do then?
So when everybody's out, I don't like to start cleaning until everybody's out. You know, sometimes you're the coach, they want to talk to you after. So just always be open to being personal with them. So that's what I like to do. Sometimes I go out there, you know, I talk about other people's lives too. I talk about what's going on with my life. So I don't always like to rush them out the door, you know. So after, let's say they all leave, then I start cleaning up the studio. And then we have a whole process we do. So we vacuum, we mop, we check the mirrors, we tidy up the equipment if we need to. Say I'm cleaning or closing for the night, then you set up for the day after.
Cool. So this checklist that she's referring to is a huge process that we have here at LadyStrong Fitness, and it's a checklist that's actually located in the back. It's a binder that we have that the morning coaches and the evening coaches has to sign off of to make sure that they successfully completed every single task that is asked of them. So that's really vital and crucial here to your performance at LadyStrong Fitness. Now, Coach B, let's say now that maybe it's not the last class. Let's say that you have another class that's beginning in 15 minutes. How does that process normally look like?
I do the same exact thing.
Yep.
Same exact thing. It's just a process.
Rinse and repeat.
Say we do have 10 minutes in between each class.
Yep.
Once I see that everything, I always like to do, a little check
Spot
around
check,
the studio.
yep.
Once I see everything is nice and clean, I go up there, I check the next roster, check the next Green Stars, greet everybody. It's just an ongoing cycle.
For sure.
And yeah, that's how I do it.
That's awesome. Guys, if you have not picked up anything out of this, you are missing out. Coach B is dropping some bombs. So I really do appreciate you being on the show today. Yes.
Awesome.
So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in of this episode of the Gym Rescue Podcast. We are looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for joining today. If you like this episode, subscribe to our YouTube channel or find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, or whatever your favorite place is to listen to podcasts. And if you really like this episode, please leave a review and sign up for our free Gym Rescue Toolkit by visiting www.gymrescue.info/toolkit. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.